What's good, it's poppin' YouTube family? We back in the reaction video. We got my boy JP talk too much with the disrespectful art of a reverse jumping. You feel me? There's a lot that you can go through. Madara. My brain just went blank. Oh my god, I just had like 3 of them. My god, what is his name? Ishiki. My brain, it's so many. Oh my god, I can't think of them right now. My brain, I normally be on this kind of stuff. But wait, we're finna get into it now though. But you know, we gotta run down the list of things that y'all need to do in order. So, his channel, along version of the video, is gonna be linked down below. Make sure you go show him some love. Hit the sub button. Now we know we gotta hit the likes type beat. You feel me? Yeah, you feel me? Gangaroos, and we gotta make it full screen. Get real cinematic in here. Y'all know the drill. Come on, let's get right. Don't act like y'all know.
Hey yo, what the? Hey,
where like y'all know?
Hey bro, you're the 8 Tails Jinchuriki, right?
Yeah, you see me.
8 Tails Jinchuriki.
Lord 8.
Whatever, nigga. We came here to pack you up.
Taka is trash. Yeah, niggas is garbage. Almost
niggas is garbage.
Yeah, hey, Team Taka is ass.
Hey, Hold on.
So I've talked about jumpings in Jujutsu Kaisen and how they revolutionized.
Oh yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen too.
Instead of having the background standing there watching, you know, they all jump the villain. But I haven't spoken about the opposite of that. When a couple of characters go to jump somebody.
Oh yeah, the My Hero.
Today we're gonna be looking at some fights and how to not jump somebody. And the first fight we're gonna be looking at is Killer Bee bodies Team Taka. Alright, so first of all, Killer Bee was coming out of his house spitting bars. Killer Bee, I know I'm the shit. Might pull up and fuck on your bitch.
Right.
Get into the money, I'm hey yo, what the fuck? Hey, where y'all niggas come from? Hey bro, you're the 8 Tails Jinchuriki, right? Nigga, it's Lord 8 Tails Jinchuriki. You whatever, nigga. We came here to pack you up. Jugo, take the left. Karin, get behind me. Suigetsu launches the first attack and created a big ass dust cloud. Everybody waiting to see what happened. And this nigga Killer Bee blocked it. He flips the sword, put it on his neck,
swung it around his neck,
started styling on them while rapping. Bro, this nigga Killer Bee is something else, bro. Jugo starts attacking him, and then we flip to Sasuke. Sasuke standing there like, hey yo, is this nigga really rapping while he fighting us? And we flip back to the fight, and he had Jugo like this.
Folded. Look how he chilling.
Had his ass twitching, bro. And he was still rapping. Damn, you niggas
look how he,
ass.
Yo.
Up over here try to jump me, and I'm about to make all you niggas eat the grass. Karin is still flabbergasted that this nigga spitting such fire. And so he gets who's just jealous that he ain't got no bars. While they standing there staring at him, he tosses Jugo's body at him. And Sasuke thinking he the shit. He's like, all right, brother, I'll go. And Killer Bee's like, hey, who the fuck are you? And Sasuke's
right, he's like, who are you,
though? I don't
though?
owe you an explanation, bro. We just came here to make you a pack. And Suigetsu's still in the back hating because he can't spit no bars. So they start the fight, and both of them turn into Beyblades for some reason. Sasuke stops the sword swing and kicks this nigga in the face. Killer Bee stops for a second and pulls out his notepad. Mind you, this nigga didn't even acknowledge the fact that he got kicked in the face. And here we go. Bags. I walk in the store, the bitch.
Right, he writing down hooks.
I got that dripping, you niggas got rags. Okay, yeah, you know that shit fine. Sasuke standing there flabbergasted like, did this nigga just stop mid-fight and pull out
he got a battle next week. He gotta get his material right.
More jealous that he can't spit no bars. And then B pulls out his 7 sword style. And he like, watch out, little nigga, I'm about to style on you. He turns into a Beyblade again for some reason and starts piecing Sasuke shit up. He had that nigga on the run, bro. He was on the ropes. There was nothing he could do. And
it was really nothing he can do.
Sasuke was like,
look at him.
This shit, bro. He starts using a Chidori. He charges at B. And B blocks that shit. And here goes B spitting again. Float like a butterfly, stings like a bee, and packs that nigga up. And B was about to end it right there, bro.
Smoke that boy.
For the save. And B was still cutting through the sword. After Jugo does a huge attack, here comes Plot Armor coming to save Sasuke. After Sasuke hit the revive, they decided to actually jump him this time. I don't know why they didn't do that before.
And it didn't work.
Started giving B the works. I mean, he was still holding his own, but you know. B escapes, right? And this nigga's still rapping. I'm done playing. I'm about to pack these niggas up.
Alright.
And go home and fill up my cup.
Uh-huh.
But Karin, being an Uzumaki, spots his ass. And he was like, damn, alright, whatever, let's take it to the next level. He uses his chakra club and comes out Sasuke with the lariat. Sasuke was like, oh hell no, nigga, I'm gonna die if this man hits me. He uses his Mangekyo.
B had no momentum and launched him. Look at this. Just look.
Out of nowhere, this nigga gets smacked with the lariat. He thought he escaped.
Ripped his whole. All this was gone.
He crushed that nigga's throat. Sasuke was like, but you know, Sasuke got, you know, walking plot armor with them, and they saved him. But B was like, you know what? I'm just gonna end this shit right now, bro. He transforms into Gyuki.
Thank you for saying the name, because folks don't know. Folks really don't know that the 8 Tails name is Gyuki.
But Gyuki packed him up with a tail beast bomb.
I appreciate that.
Bro, what is that? Oh my god, bro. That nigga turned his ass into a slide. At this point, Team Taka was like, hey, yo, what the fuck are we gonna do, bro? This nigga about to pack our shit up. While they having their little moment, B is still in the back being a crackhead.
Look,
just about to pack their shit up for real. Here comes Sasuke with the Madara.
But guess who got called in it?
And they're all like, damn, this shit's finally over. But one of the tentacles that was on fire falls on Karin. Oh my god, bro. These niggas cannot stop catching Elves. So Sasuke had to use his Mangekyo again to turn off the fucking flames, and his eyes start bleeding even more. And they take B to go with them. But that wasn't even actually B. It was a tentacle clone that they got. So yeah, Killer B made a fucking joke of Team Taka. To be honest, bro, I'm looking at this shit and I'm 4 minutes in, and this is the first fight. Oh my god, bro. I was gonna put a whole lot more reverse jumpings in here, but I might have to make a part 2, bro. I don't want to make this video too long. Anywho, the next reverse jumping we're gonna get into is Mereoleona disrespecting 5 elves.
My favorite.
The elves got
Mereoleona is my favorite.
Elves are fucking strong, especially depending on the body they are reincarnated into.
And Mereoleona is a fucking dog.
That mage is gonna become pretty strong enough to take a couple other mages by himself. But if they reincarnate into a captain, now it takes about a whole squad to try and fight this one.
Except if you're Mereoleona
against 5 of them. Raya alone was already a problem, but then 4 more elves showed up, including this broken ass nigga with a paint magic. Now before the fight started, everybody was talking trash. Raya was like, damn, you stayed behind to stall some time just so we couldn't get Asta, but
she
we're
said
still gonna
stall.
And then she responded, stall time? Oh hell no, nigga. They were just getting in the way. I plan on killing every single one of you here. The elves are standing there like,
and she went to work.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then she says, 5 against 1. You still needed a handicap? That is wild, bro. She's facing 5 of the strongest niggas around, and she's just telling them they need more of a handicap, bro. Now,
y'all know I love
Mereoleona.
Mereoleona.
Gave everybody wings for some reason. She has wing magic. Like that just sounds so stupid, but okay. I guess it makes everybody faster. The nigga with paint magic makes a giant hand to punch her, and as she's about to go and block it, Raya uses teleportation magic to catch her ass off guard, and she gets hit. And that's when she starts thinking, hey, bro, I should have been able to dodge that. What the hell's going on? That's when one of the elves start talking, and she's like, yeah, bitch, I'm using snow magic to dull your senses. Which Loki sounds stupid.
She said, I don't know how snow
magic is gonna dull your senses.
She said, I like it.
As the fight went on, one of them actually ended up catching her and trapping her in his magic. And then they all stood there like, yup, it's finally over. Okay, we got rid of her. But nah,
it's Mereoleona
out of it. And she was like, you know what? Since you were in the Crimson Lion squad, the attack keeps going. She's like, hey, bro, I thought y'all was here to kill humans.
Right.
It seems like you guys missed one. And powers up even more. At this point, the elves are just confused. Like, bro, why is this human not dying?
She went so hard, dog.
Talking trash. So they keep still getting up. And Raya's like, oh, ain't no way, bro. How are you still getting up after we just beat your ass like that? But she responds with this.
Dun, 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 dun. My God,
she really
so I kill all of y'all
until she kills every single one of them. But Raya was like, look, bro, just stop, dude. This is over. And then she brings up her monozone and unleashes this devastating ass attack. Afterwards, the elves were flabbergasted. They're like, bro, there's no... Elves were really over it at this point, bro. So they decided to combine all their magic together to do one final attack and get rid of her for good. But then Asta and Zoro... Wait, Liz,
what is his name?
This nigga's name for real. Alright, I just checked and his name's Zora. But yeah, he came and absorbed the attack into a spell that doubles its power. And then he fires it at Asta. Raya's like, hey, yo, did he just fire that shit at his own comrade? But Asta smacks that bitch like of anime women that I like. But hey, Mereoleona's in the top 10 easy. Now, before I get to Madara,
and y'all don't really understand how hard she was really going, though.
Bonus reverse jumping from a little show known as Fairy Tail. Now, this was Natsu and Gajeel versus the twin dragons. Sting and
Natsu worked them so bad.
This was supposed to be a 2-on-2. Now, before the fight
Natsu
started,
got Gajeel louder than
talking mad trash.
Listen, listen here, you nigglets. First of all, you guys are just first generation dragons. We are third generations. We're better. We was trained by dragons, and we got dragon lacrimas.
First off, they was already banging on them. Godzilla and Natsu was already banging them.
Natsu was like, hey bro, did you guys actually defeat y'all dragons? You know, you're kind of trash. And here goes Sting.
Defeat?
We killed them.
My bare hand.
And Natsu was like, hey bro, wasn't that like y'all parents though?
Nigga, that's none of your business.
Now they get back to fighting, and the twin dragons were getting pieced up. After all that fucking trash talking, they were getting their ass beat. I'm not gonna go too in depth with the fight. I'm gonna do that when I talk about the failed trash talking video. But the fight kept going back and forth. You know, at one point Natsu and Gashio are beating their ass. Next thing you know, the twin dragons go into their dragon drive and start beating Natsu's ass. And then Natsu and Gashio goes back to beating their ass in their dragon drive, so they go even stronger. Now they release their dragon force. Everybody that knows what dragon force is shocked that they're able to do it by themselves. And then them niggas
third generation
Gashio and Natsu and beating their ass. But as they were fighting, the fighting was so strong, it destroyed the fucking arena and they fell through the ground. But the fight continued and Sting and Rogue was just beating their ass until they were on the floor and everybody was worried.
Natsu said, hey guys, you'll take a ride.
Nah. Natsu gets up and starts talking, and he's like, hey bro, I done learned everything I can about you niggas now. I know how your attack goes, when you defend, and even what position your foot faces when you're about to attack. And he's like, it's around 11 o'clock. But Gashio's like, nah nigga, it's 10. And they start
11 o'clock.
In the middle of arguing, Natsu pushes this nigga into a rail car and make it go off. Now mind you, Dragon Slayers have terrible motion sickness.
Terrible
Gashio's
motion
not
sickness.
getting out of this anytime soon. And then he turns around and is like, all right, I gotta pay you niggas back. Y'all was looking down on me?
Look, come on, that was hard.
Bring it on. And he actually starts beating their ass. This was a 2-on-2, and Natsu turned it into a reverse jumping. This nigga
and
Natsu
he
was
banged on them so bad.
Back to back, and they could do nothing, even though they were in their dragon force. Bro, he was beating them so bad that their cats was crying. Oh my god, bro. What kind of savage do you have?
And we needed that win.
Do that.
Because we got cheated from Lucy.
Sting and Rogue were like, okay, you know what? We're just gonna use our strongest attack and finish you off. And they started using their unison. Now, as they're using this unison rate, bro, the announcers, they're hyping that shit up, bro. They're like,
not too
man, this is the strongest attack you could possibly attain as a fucking mage.
Looks like a unison rate. It's what you might call fusion magic.
It's generally considered to be such an advanced technique that you could spend your entire life training and never master it.
They really said you could train your whole life and never master this. But then they launched that bitch at Natsu. And Natsu with a single attack overpowers their fucking unison rate. So Natsu's kind of a menace. But now that we're done with this little detour, we finally go to Madara. Disrespect.
I'm glad you put some light on my fairy tale.
Kage in a reverse jumping. Madara stands
Madara is my favorite character. I'm not even gonna
3,000 niggas ready to piece him up, and he jumps down and started running towards them. No hesitation whatsoever, bro. This man gets into the crowd, and people starts flying like helicopters, bro.
Helicopters.
Which is taijutsu. Like, bro, could you imagine how strong of a human you have to be to punch somebody like in the air that high? And
look
back to back with multiple niggas. And this nigga's eyes are moving with his Sharingan, and this is low-key my favorite scene in Naruto, because it truly shows what a Sharingan user would be like during a fucking fight like this. It really shows how much they can perceive in a matter of seconds. He grabs a random sword and starts slicing and dicing, and this one nigga gonna throw a kunai with a bomb attached to it. He
kicked him into the crowd,
bomb off, sticks it to a random dude, and throws the kunai right back to the dude. Turned around, kicked the bomb.
He said,
he really kicked this man to his comrade so he could blow up. Bro, oh god, Madara is something else, bro. Bro, he's sitting there piecing niggas up, and then some random dude tried to come from underground. This nigga jumps, channels his inner Jean-Claude Van Damme, and kicks two other random niggas, and then stomps on this nigga's head.
Come on now, they really tried it.
One of this nigga's actions are just calculated. Well, I mean, when you have the Sharingan, you have
and when you just a battle,
bro, he's fighting, and then
genius
he just
like that.
This random nigga and starts strangling him with one hand. And he's like, damn, nigga, you wanna dance too? Bet that out. And then here comes Tamari.
Tamari set them up for failure.
She says this:
Don't look down at me because I'm a woman.
Underestimate me.
I don't even know you exist. The fuck are you talking about underestimate, bro? Madara uses one fire style, and it is the biggest.
Folks had to line up to stop that.
It takes like 7 niggas using water style to try and stop it. And that barely did anything, because fireballs was still raining. It was dusty as fuck, but that wasn't stopping Madara not one bit. Bro, this nigga's fighting a whole army by himself.
Tamari and Gaara hold them so much.
And they thought they had him, but nah. This nigga busts out his
because every time they did something, Tamari did something, that happened. Gaara touched him, that happened.
To pull this nigga out of his Susanoo. And Naruto uses a Rasen Shuriken to try and kill him. But shit, this nigga pulls pulls out his Rinnegan and stops it. And everybody was just flabbergasted, like, ain't no way this nigga has a Rinnegan. Bro pulls out his Susanoo again, and this is when he disrespects, you know, everybody in the fucking show. He does a hand seal. And everybody who is looking up is like, yo, we lost this. Who decided it was a good idea to fight this nigga? Look at this dude's face, bro. He's just ready to go home.
I would've went home for real.
Madara pulls a fucking meteor towards them. But you know
what are you gonna do about the second one, Inoki?
Does their hardest and manages to stop the meteor. And every shinobi in the alliance fell to the floor in relief, like, oh my god, I can finally go back to my wife. And Madara's like, oh hell no, nigga, you're not going back to your wife. What are you gonna do about the second one, Inoki? And yeah, it just devastates the whole shinobi alliance. After that, all 5 kage decided to show up. So that is like, hey bro, I need
we
to
will win.
You guys
no, you won't.
Mai starts spitting her nasty ass mucus, and the third Raikage was just going dummy with his lightning style. And was surprised at how fast this nigga Madara was. After hitting Madara, Gaara uses a Grand Sand Mausoleum to try and, you know, seal his Susanoo. But he busts out of that shit. After that, Mai uses some steam to try and cover the battlefield. Which makes no sense to me, since this nigga has a Rinnegan, bro. He can see. As
literally.
The mist spread, what a tongue twister. The Raikage teleports to move and sends this nigga flying.
I ain't gonna lie, Moo was sorry.
He turned this nigga into Team Rocket. But after that, he goes to Madara, since Inoki's on his back, making him heavier and lighter whenever he needs. And punches this nigga Susanoo. And Madara's flabbergasted, because yo, this nigga's breaking my Susanoo. After buying themselves a couple of seconds, Tsunade went to give the Naruto.
Tsunade did that without help.
To take back to Naruto.
No, you won't. Stop. No.
They really think they're going to win, bro. But the fight continues, since, you know, they got their little morale boost. But it didn't matter what they do, bro. Madara was just too strong. And then he uses a wood style attack.
And he wasn't trying.
Wait a minute, it's not my grandpa's attack. While she's telling everybody not to inhale the fucking pollen from the flowers, this motherfucker pulls up out of nowhere with his Susanoo again. Bro, how does he keep doing that? That thing is huge and loud. But yeah, he's like, hey bro, don't get too distracted by the flowers, because I'm about to whoop y'all ass. And then he uses a fire style to burn the wood. And since 1, it's hot as fuck, and 2, there's a plant giving the pollen to make them fall asleep. They all fell unconscious.
But Inoki got a power boost.
Old man's getting up
off a rock
and uses his particle style to cut a fucking hole in the plant, which allowed them to breathe again. After waking up, bro, Madara shows them what's on his chest. And it's Hashirama's face. And everybody's flabbergasted, like, ain't no way, bro. That's the first Hokage. How is that face on his chest? And he's like, hell yeah, nigga, y'all can feel it, right? I know you can feel it, Tsunade, bro.
You know what this is.
I have Hashirama's powers running through me. And through this whole fight, bro, this nigga Madara just keeps glazing Hashirama. Every single chance he get, man, y'all niggas can't do better than Hashirama. Man, Hashirama's attack would have hurt me a whole lot more than your bullshit. Like, damn, bro,
I mean,
get off his dick.
He not lying, though.
But he's like, Tsunade, your jutsus are garbage. Your jutsus don't even compare to Hashirama's. You're just a weak woman. Hey, look, Madara, I know you're a savage and all, but, you know, in 2023, you can't be saying
yes, we can't. Now let me stop.
People are sensitive nowadays.
They are
can't be
real
going
sensitive.
Calling women weak, bro. But Tsunade was like, all right, nigga, I'll show you who's a weak woman. I'm about to.
And Tsunade started to put her backpack on.
Healings. And Madara's like, 100 healing. Nigga, I've never heard of that shit. But then Tsunade launches an attack at him and starts cracking his Susanoo ribcage. But all this nigga's thinking is how much slower she is than the Raikage. But after that, he jumps up to do a fire style attack, and then they started jumping that nigga. And they actually broke the Susanoo ribcage somehow. After he falls to the ground, he's like, you know what, Tsunade? You're not a weak woman. And then this nigga starts glazing Hashirama again, like, oh my god, bro, we know.
It's dick right all you do.
Shut up and get to fighting, bro. You getting jumped right now. So now they got tired of this nigga glazing her grandpa. So she punches the shit out of him and removes half of his body. And while he's in midair, right, Gaara uses a Grand Sand Mausoleum again to seal him. And they're all
whole
like,
time it was a clone.
Finally got this nigga. But not 2 seconds after they say that, Tsunade gets stabbed through the ground. And everybody's looking like, hey, yo, what the fuck? I thought we just sealed this
I ain't gonna lie, Tsunade put her backpack on,
like,
though.
Wow, congratulations, you sealed the fucking clone. Now, could you sit here and imagine, bro, this whole time they were fighting.
Y'all fighting y'all heart out.
You know, as hard as they could, right? Trying their best against a clone. After getting stabbed, Tsunade breaks the fucking chakra blade that's inside of her, grabs it, and tried to attack Madara with it. But Madara grabs that shit and smacks the fuck out of her. And then even Madara got surprised when he saw her get back up. And then Inoki tries to seal him with his particle style. But Madara's like, hey, stupid. You do know that you have to hit me with physical attacks to even be able to hurt me, right? So why are you trying something so stupid? And absorbs it with his Rinnegan. And then he was like, you know what, bro? I just wanted to scare you guys with Hashirama's face, but it seems like that didn't work. And then Tsunade says this. And then Mai was like, hey bro, don't go calling us cowards because there's 5 of us. You know, that's just complimenting how strong you are. Like seriously.
He said, all right, back.
Like, oh really? Pulls out 20 only 5 wood clones, right? And it's like, hey, bro, don't start calling me a coward either, because this is just a testament to your power. You guys are the 5 kage. And then he pulls out his inner Fleece Johnson and says this.
Would you like...
One question for you. Would you prefer for all of these clones to use Susanoo against you?
I would have said no, sir.
Is this nigga serious?
The choice is yours.
No, quick, I would have said,
do you want the clones to use Susanoo or not? The choice is yours. Madara is arguably the most disrespectful anime character now. This is the definition of a reverse jumping.
Bro, I would have said,
tried to jump one of him.
No.
So he made 5 for everybody else to get jumped. Yo, this nigga's something else, bro. The Kage went mad as fuck. And then Madara was like, okay, bro, you guys didn't answer, so I'm gonna have to answer for you. And
anyway.
the clones use Susanoo anyways.
I would have said no so fast.
He had a choice, and he was like, y'all didn't choose, so I'm gonna fuck y'all up. And he didn't stop there. After the 5 Kage defeated all his clones in their Susanoo, they went after him and tried to finally seal him. But
and then he bust out that big boy.
A full body Susanoo. And everybody was flabbergasted, bro. They was like, hey, yo, is this the full power of a Susanoo? But Madara was like, oh nah, I'm about to show y'all what it actually looks like for real. Then he covers his Susanoo in armor and summons the full thing with its blades and all. Everybody was already shocked as fuck, right? But then he swings his sword and destroys the shockwave with just one swing. And the Kage was just there like, damn. Hashirama was able to fight this nigga and win? Like, bro, after he dropped those meteors, and there's something about that I'm gonna tell y'all at the end, too. Damn, they let it get to shit like this? But then Onoki was like, hey, bro, you had this much power left, but why were you hiding it from the beginning? But Madara was like, hey, bro, what adult would go full force when fighting a bunch of children? And on God, bro, if I was one of the Kage, bro, I would have just left. Because
I'm like, what do you mean?
He called them children. And honestly, I could continue on with this fight, but bro, I'm gonna stop here. This video is already 20 minutes long, bro. I was low-key gonna put the Killer B rap at the end of this video, but
Taka is trash.
Hey.
Almost made Sasuke a pack.
Hey. No, smoke.
Team Taka is ass.
Whoa.
Killer be that nigga and I'm pulling triggers. Clap it up, Killer be making that money. I'm getting these stacks like algae. Can't nobody spit bars like Killer B. I'm golden. Niggas pull up, they get it. Golden. Yeah. Team Taka is trash. Niggas is garbage.
Pack.
Either way, I appreciate you guys' support, and I will definitely make a part 2 because I know you guys are gonna be in the comments giving me suggestions, so I have to do it. But yeah, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
JP, fuck that shit up.
Team
Taka is
trash.
Got the ass whoop. Team Taka is trash.
Yo.
Hey. That nigga and I'm pulling triggers.
Nah, okay, what was I mean? I ain't gonna lie, that right kind of hard. I ain't gonna lie to you. That kind of hard. Look at his chest. Let me tell y'all something about Hashirama winning against Madara. So, if y'all look at the fight, right? In the manga, and you look at, in the manga, if you look at the fight, Hashirama and Madara, right? Hashirama, we look at Madara, he got the regular, the scratches, like the little, like he, not too damaged, but he just look like, how the characters look when they get messed up, little dirt mark, little scratch here and there. And then you look at Hashirama, huge lump on his head, like eye lumped up, like bruised, like just Madara put the Beats by Dre on him. And then you look at the end of the fight, the lump is gone, like completely gone. He just looks, all that, say that was there the whole fight. Hashirama only technically won because he just outhilled him. Madara was whooping his ass. That's all I'm saying. And he had to exploit the weakness that he only, that Madara weakness, which is that only people he trusts can get behind him, Paul. Like, you know what I'm saying? And he trusts the Hashirama, even though there was, like, you know, enemies. He trusts the Hashirama with all his whole, you know what I'm saying? So the same thing with Zetsu. He thought Zetsu was on his side. He said that was him. And, you know, he trusts himself, and he thought Zetsu was an extension of him. So he type beat, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's why his Susanoo has, like, multiple faces to cover his back. And, because, you know what I'm saying? So that don't happen again. He learned that from, you know what I'm saying, type beat. But yeah, this video was great though. My little rant at the end, you know what I'm saying, about that win. But my boy JP channel gonna be linked down below along the rest of the video. Make sure you go show some love because my boy goated. Hit the sub button. I'm gonna catch y'all in the next one. Peace.